Figure of speech number 6 is irony. And as I mentioned before, there are 3 different types of irony. Irony is a situation or a use of language involving some kind of incongruity or discrepancy. And the 3 types of irony are distinguished: verbal irony, dramatic irony, and situational irony. We will first look at verbal irony. Verbal irony is irony in which what is meant is the opposite of what is said. Verbal irony occurs when either the speaker means something totally different than what he is saying, or the audience realizes, because of their knowledge of the particular situation to which the speaker is referring, that the opposite of what a character is saying is true. Verbal irony also occurs when a character says something in jest that, in actuality, is true. Notice that sarcasm is simply bitter or cutting speech intended to wound the feelings. Satire is a formal term usually applied to literature. Examples of verbal irony are the following. Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. In the context of this particular part of the play, the exact opposite is being meant by the speaker, that he was not an honorable man. The next example comes from Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. When Mr. Bennet refers to Wickham as perhaps his favorite son-in-law, the readers of the story know exactly the opposite. Mr. Bennet does not like Wickham at all. Verbal irony in scriptures we have a few examples here. 1 Corinthians 4, 8, and 10. Already you are satisfied. Already you are rich. You have become kings without us. I wish you had become kings so that we could reign with you. We are fools for Christ, but you are so wise in Christ. We are weak, but you are strong. You are distinguished. We are dishonored. As Paul indicated in the same passage, he was really not trying to shame them, but he was warning them as his dear children. So he was using this kind of sarcasm here to make his warnings much more emphatic. Paul admonishes those who fancy themselves as spiritual or mature or wise, and he uses verbal irony to do